Page 2, this is the first etude in the book. I can't pronounce these words, Le Candeur, or however it is. Frankness, I can say that word sort of somehow. This is number 1 etude. We'll figure out where we are in a minute there. I typically would not cover a book like this in this channel. This is not what this channel is about. I'm about method books and their supplemental books. I've had a few requests to do this book. Apparently, this is used as a supplemental book to various method books around or in classrooms or somewhere, I'm not sure. So, okay, I'll cover the book. If I get enough requests on this stuff, I'll go ahead and cover it. In this etude, there's no sharps or flats. It's in common time. I'm assuming there's different editions of this available. So you may have to number your measures. So I can refer to a particular measure because I typically don't bother to show the music. I'm too lazy for all of that. I'll tell you what measure number we're talking about, and that should, hopefully you can find where I'm talking about. I have a particular approach I use when I learn a new piece of music. I mean, most everybody does. You'll develop your own approach eventually. But I use my approach in these videos, and you could use whatever approach you want. But I like to do this one hand at a time first to make sure I've got the fingering and the rhythm and all that figured out for each hand. I'm going to start with the right hand. Not too bad. Now this is an etude on runs. There's a lot of running passages in here. So if you've been doing the C major scale, this isn't so much of a challenge to you, I hope. But if you haven't been doing scales, good luck on this one. Start with the right hand up here. You're not using the 4th finger. It's like they're, except they left out one note because we only want 4 notes. Reach up to the octave, play all of this legato, connect all of this, then scrunch up, little finger, and cross over. Cross over, 3rd finger. When I first start working on it, I try and play it all legato. We'll put in the slurs and all that junk later. Just all legato if you can. And going on after the repeat sign, this is measure 9 here. Try and get these down at the same time. You're going from here to here. And then again, we have to have a whole note occasionally because the left hand wants to have some fun too. The fair's fair, right? And then reach up, 5th finger, hold that down, it's a half note. And then 4th finger, connect that. And hold the F sharp down. And then reach up. I have problems with that. Usually in an etude, I don't like changing the fingering because a lot of times the fingering is part of the etude. In this piece, I don't think that's the case in this situation. And I would recommend on this is the measure 14 here. You can use 5th finger because that makes it easier to reach the G. If you use 4th finger, you can still reach the G if your hand's big enough, but I prefer 5th finger because it's 5-4 and 5-4 again. I see nothing wrong with that. And you'd repeat that. Let's go on. This is the 2nd ending, measure 17. It's 3-2-1. Little finger, and again 3-2-1. This 3-2-1 thing is an important fingering, so please do that here. It's a good practice here. Left hand starts out simple enough with a C chord, and then an F chord, and a C chord that you hold down forever. 2nd line, or the measure 5 here. Here. You play the chords as legato as you can. You can't play them legato, but you take whatever time you need to change from chord to chord, but don't take forever. And then measure 9 after the repeat sign, it's here. The left hand finally gets to have some fun. The measure 10, this here. They're saying 3rd finger. That's okay. I mean, there's other fingers, but saying, now treble clef, you're in the same place, this is going up to an F. And then here, they're saying 3-1. Okay, maybe it's doable. And go on, you just got more chords. A flats. If you have a really big hands and thick fingers and that doesn't work for you, you can do a 5-3-2 here, but otherwise do the 5-2-1. And the last two measures at the end, that G is tied. Don't play it again for the last measure, hold on to it. So it's just add the C to it. So the last two measures is there, here, on that one. Once I have the hands worked out one at a time and the fingering and the rhythm and all that junk, then I go put them together. And I'm still playing everything legato here because I'm still kind of working on fingering. Even though I picked a fingering, I may need to change it later because of the tempo or some articulation thing or who knows what. But this is the start of it here. Hopefully, I don't have to play it all for you. But I go through the whole thing like that and I work it all out very carefully. Let's start on measure 9 here, because both hands are going crazy here. And then on measure 13, this is where you have to hold. You've got two voices going, here and here. See, you work it out. Now, speed-wise, as far as how fast you go as slow as you gotta go. I mean, it doesn't matter. And on these eighth notes, they have to be even and they have to be controlled. And I recommend a slight accent on the beat. 2, 3, 4. I just dropped my wrist a little bit. Both hands here. You get the idea. That keeps the wrist loose. That keeps the wrist loose, and it reinforces the natural accent on the beat, and it helps you to keep these eighth notes controlled and even. That's because you don't want them just going. Bleh. They've got to be controlled. Speed, this isn't all that fast of an etude. That 152 for a quarter note is not all that fast. So that's doable, usually, but it's got to be steady and all throughout. Once I have all that, then I'll go back and I'll add the articulation. In this case, there's no staccatos, it's really slurs. I don't see any accents anyway, so it's slurs here. Here, just a slight lift up, here. Now, you have to be careful with slurs because you don't always lift up between slurs. It's not like they're phrases. So here, it's like they got two major slurs going on. In my mind, it should all run together. I'd play all of that first section up to the first repeat sign as one solid slur. I wouldn't have any breaks in that at all. And then the rest comes on. And then going on, it's the same thing there. Now here you can have a break in the right hand, but maybe not in the left. Can you lift up in one hand and not in the other? Measure 10 here. I want to connect this. There's no break there. I just run all those eighth notes together, but the right hand can lift up. So it's here. not here. So now here again, I'm lifting up in the right hand, but the left hand I just connected all that. And then you lift up for the rest. Now after the repeat the first and second endings there, I'll measure 17 second ending here. Lift up on beat 3 in the left hand. Right there, and when I play that E, I lift up. And then I'd connect all these eighth notes together in the right hand. So I'd connect all that together. And then here. That's my opinion of it. I don't like, it makes it choppy. To me, it should all run together. Then once I have an idea of that, I would kind of fast through that, because you can do this slowly. You don't have to build it up fast. I'm just trying to shorten this video a little bit. Then I add the dynamics. It starts out soft, and to me, they're talking about the eighth notes. These chords, just keep them out of the way. They're providing harmony. We want to hear this. So it's soft. The left hand's going to be very soft. And it's going to crescendo up to the C here. Doesn't say how much. I would suggest maybe medium soft, moderately soft. Just go up a little bit, not very much. And then come back down to soft. And then on measure 5, you're starting this soft. There's a crescendo there. It doesn't say how much. You crescendo just a little bit, don't much. That's where you're headed. You crescendo on up to there. And then come back down. And you do that again. You get the idea, I hope. Let's go over to measure 9 after the repeat signs. This is soft, and now both hands are kind of the same. They both got stuff. Make those, they got to be together. There's a crescendo there on measure 10. You're going to go up a little bit, maybe moderately soft. Here at the end of the measure. So now we're moderately soft on measure 11, and then go back down to soft. And then there's a crescendo at the end of that measure where you go back up to maybe moderately soft. And you can go to moderately loud if you want to. But to me, this is a gentle piece. I'm not getting loud yet. That comes later. So I just go up to moderately soft here. So again, at measure 10. Now come back down. Each one of these, that's decrescendo. There, I'm exaggerating it. Good. And now on measure 14 is the sforzando. That's like the climax of the piece in this particular, not because it's a sforzando, but because it's the loudest part of the piece. That's where we're at. Oh, the sun came up or something, I don't. And then go back down. Now you're soft again. Let's go on. Measure 17, second ending. Go here, and then come back down. And each of these is the same. Moderately soft, go back up to moderately soft, and do it again. Don't go down, and then try and go down some more. Go back up. Here, so again at the second ending. Soft. Soft, very soft. Now they have some, you got to get to know the piece well enough. You're not thinking about fingerings and rhythms and all that junk. To get the mechanics out of the way and start getting into it. You can make music out of this, even though it's an etude. It can still be musical. At the beginning, it's dolce, means sweetly, sweetly. So play it sweetly, that's an order, and then it's going up. Let's go on here. I mean, you'd repeat that, but I'm going to go on here. Again, we're still dolce here. there's a dolce e poco ritardando. On soft. So you're still sweet. Well, that sforzando kind of took the sweetness out of it. But here, just slow down. Now, it doesn't say how much to slow down. That's a judgment. You'll have to decide how much you... Then when you repeat, you go back up to the off tempo. It doesn't say that, but do it. They should have given you an off tempo there, but... You slow down again. Second ending, now they give you an off tempo. Isn't that nice of them? And again at the bottom, diminuendo y poco ritardando. Now you get softer and slow down. It's very soft. Doesn't say how much to slow down. Again, that's a judgment call. You have to decide what you think it is.